Yo, what's up? It's your boy Super Solid back up in the building. What's good, y'all? It's your boy Super Solid back up in the building. I come here with a new idea for you guys today. And this video would be basically about if I was basically in James Gunn's position and I was running the DC universe. And I'm going to give you guys my interpretation on what my DC universe would look like a little bit. And I hope you guys like it and stuff like that. I'm going to be going into detail about the movies a little bit and stuff like that. And the only thing I won't really have is fan casting, because in all reality, that would have just took a little extra more time. And there's really no point in fan casting a universe that's not actually going to actually come to fruition. It's just a concept and idea and stuff like that I think would be really cool, because I think when I thought about it at the end of the day, I was looking over at it and I was like, you know what? This is actually a pretty cool DC universe. I would actually sit back and watch every one of these movies and not miss one of them. And I wanted to share the idea with you guys and stuff like that. So this is basically the DC cinematic universe structure. It's going to be called the New Age, with Division 1, Division 2, and Division 3. There's actually 6 that I've actually written out, almost a 10-year plan with 6 divisions in it and stuff like that, almost to like a 20-year plan, because there's like 6 divisions and stuff like that. I actually got to wait for Marvel to keep confirming what they're going to do and stuff like that. So, because this right here is kind of based off what they kind of did and stuff like that a little bit. But the only difference is it's going to look a lot different than what they did, because DC kind of has the rights to all their characters. So it's not like I'm using every single counterpart from that universe over here, but I kind of took a little bit of their idea on how to start off the Justice League and stuff like that, similar how they did and stuff like that, because everybody kind of liked it the way the Avengers movie was introduced and how they set it up and stuff like that. I don't think a lot of people had a problem with it and stuff like that. The movie was successful, so it seemed like they did a good job. So, but I'm gonna start off here with Division One by explaining Division One for you guys and stuff like that. And Division One, I'm gonna start the movie off with I'm gonna start my first movie with Superman to lead off my universe, because not a lot of people understand why it's actually makes more sense for Superman to be the first character to lead the universe off, because um a lot of people don't know that yeah, it's I'm gonna start it off a little different and stuff like that. And I just want you guys to know that Superman's gonna be the first one and stuff like that. And basically, my first 3 movies to my universe are gonna be a Superman movie, a Batman movie, and a Wonder Woman movie. And that's because that's the Trinity right there. Everybody loves those characters, and putting them all like that, basically the same thing, like you know with what Marvel did, basically the same thing. How they started off with the Iron Man, and then they had the Iron Man sequel introducing just the Avengers movie and stuff like that. So that's what I'm basically gonna be doing here. And for this Superman movie, I'm gonna be doing it a little different. I want to be using Metallo in this movie and stuff like that. And then for the Batman movie, I want to use his villain. I want it to be Hush. And for Wonder Woman, I'm actually going to use Devastation, which a lot of you might not know who Devastation is. But Devastation was actually basically Wonder Woman's counterpart, like literally Wonder Woman's complete opposite counterpart. I know a lot of you guys think it's like Circe, Cheetah, and this and that, but no, it's actually Devastation. The same way that Zeus created Wonder Woman from the clay and stuff like that, Kronos actually, the mythology god, actually created Devastation from clay as well, just like how Wonder Woman was created, but he created Devastation, like you guys would know, to be bad, to be the opposite of what Wonder Woman is and stuff like that. So I'm gonna be using Devastation in this movie and stuff like that for her, because I think Devastation would be a great villain to use. It's a really underrated villain and stuff like that. And I think with a cinematic appearance for the first time for that villain, it could help bring more shine to that villain and stuff like that. And for me, in between the Batman and Wonder Woman movie, I'm gonna introduce Outsiders TV series. Most likely, probably gonna be either animated and stuff like that. So because remember that the Outsiders is actually a group of superheroes, like a street level group of superheroes and stuff like that, and they're really cool. They have like a lot to do with Batman and the Batman family and stuff like that. So I think it'd be really cool, because people love Batman and stuff like that, and nobody ever shows love to the outsiders. And well, I want to be the first one to show love to the outsiders by giving them a little animated series that's going to be really cool. That's going to be in the same universe and stuff like that. And in between those two movies, I'm going to have another series for Martian Manhunter, who will have a cameo in the Superman movie, and he's going to get his own series as well. After the Wonder Woman movie, we're gonna get a Flash movie, which he's gonna have a cameo appearance in the Batman movie. I'm gonna have Flash make a cameo appearance in the Batman movie and a couple Easter eggs towards him in the Superman movie. And then I'm gonna have my Superman sequel that's gonna basically lead into Justice League. And my Superman sequel is gonna lead into Justice League, and these movies are all gonna help introduce the characters in the Justice League and stuff like that, and show that this team is gonna be forming soon and stuff like that, because there's a threat coming and stuff like that, you know. So but they don't know there's a threat coming. Obviously, they're just forming this team because they want to be able to be consistent with helping the universe and stuff like that. And they create this Justice League team and stuff like that. And them being new with this team and stuff like that. Guess what happens in the Justice League movie with the Justice League being fairly new and stuff like that. And what's going to happen is, since Batman has already been Batman in this universe for a while, he already has files on all these heroes and all their weaknesses and stuff like that. So the Justice League movie, I'm gonna adapt the Tower of Babel storyline, where Ra's al Ghul, not Batman, like everybody tries to say there is. There's a lot of misconception saying that it was Batman. It was not Batman. It was actually Ra's al Ghul who got a hold of all the files and was the one who started leading the domino effect of all the heroes' weaknesses and stuff like that. It was actually Ra's al Ghul. So I'm gonna adapt that storyline for the Justice League movie, because for me, it only makes sense. It doesn't make any sense to try to introduce no Anti-Monitor, no Darkseid, nothing like that, blah, blah, blah. It makes sense to start off with something small and simple, and that would be the Tower of Babel, because it's an amazing storyline, and I want to introduce that, because I don't want to introduce no huge main villain right now, because that's going to come later in the universe and stuff like that. So what we're going to do here, this is going to be a Tower of Babel storyline and stuff like that, which I think is going to be really cool. And then from this first division, we're gonna leave off. The last movie is going to be the Justice League movie, and then after that, we're going to jump right into the second division, and I'm going to explain to you guys the second division and stuff like that, and the movies that are going to be in the second division and stuff like that, and break it down to you more. It's like I just did, like right here for the Flash. I want to use villains that like are not like godly. I don't want all these godly, powerful villains showing up and stuff like that. So I want to be able to like show powerful villains, but at the same time, make sure that these villains are literally the heroes' weaknesses. So that way, these heroes don't look as overpowered, because I don't want them to look so overpowered in this universe so fast. So I want to use villains that are literally their weaknesses, so we can see these heroes at their most vulnerable and stuff like that, and get an understanding of them and stuff like that, and understand that they're not going to be able to overcome every single obstacle and stuff like that just because they have all these powers and stuff like that. So I think that's going to be good. Superman with the first movie introducing Metallo, Batman's villain being Hush, Wonder Woman's villain being Devastation, the Rogues for Flash, and then for the second Superman movie, it will be Parasite. And then we will be adapting the storyline of Tower of Babel for this first Justice League movie, which is going to lead into the second division and stuff like that, and all the other movies that I got planned and stuff like that. And I kind of wanted to introduce the second division and the third division in this video and stuff like that. But this video is already like super duper long. So I'm probably just gonna end it here and then make like a separate second and third video for the second and third division and stuff like that. So yeah, I hope you guys think this is like a pretty cool idea, introducing Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman first, and then a little outsider series, diving more into the street level superheroes and more of like the Batman family and the ones that are around and stuff like that. Because I think it'd be like a good idea. And then for the Flash, introduce the Rogues, because they've always been one of the best villains ever and stuff like that, and they're really capable of like capturing Flash's true vulnerable side and stuff like that. So I think that'd be really cool. And then for the second Superman movie, introduce Parasite and stuff like that. Only because Lex Luthor's a little played out in every single live action and stuff like that. So I wanna use villains that nobody ever uses and stuff like that. And no, Lex Luthor will not be behind Metallo or Parasite. And no, these guys are Lex Luthor's not gonna have nothing to do with any of that. I'm gonna make it different so that way Lex Luthor is introduced later on and stuff like that. Because I don't want to introduce him right now. Everybody always uses them in like the first, second, third Superman movie and stuff like that. So I'm gonna leave him for later and stuff like that. Maybe like a villain for the Justice League or maybe the villain for the third Superman movie, something like that. But I don't want to introduce him right now and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm gonna also use these two series to world build a little more and stuff like that with the Outsiders and Martian Manhunter and showing how he's been on Earth this whole time, how he got to Earth, his origin story and stuff like that, and how he's able to hide this whole time and stuff like that. And yeah, that's basically how we're just gonna dive into this universe. And I think it's a pretty cool concept. And I hope you guys like this video and stuff like that. And you know what it is? It's your boy Super Solid checking out.